Alright, so as y'all can see by the title, today's video is a Get Ready with Z, but we also gonna have some girl talk, and today's topic is what it's like to be a BBW and how can you build your confidence. So if you are plus size like me and you just need a little few tips to build your confidence, even if you're not plus size but you just need a confidence builder, definitely stop what you're doing. First, like this video because I know you're gonna love it. Second, subscribe to my channel because you always want to know when I got some hot shit dropping on the market. And third, get you a motherfucking drink, sit back, relax, because the show has just started. Peace.
Real hot girl shit.
Alright, so as y'all see by the name of the title, today is Get Ready with Z, and today's subject is building confidence and what it's like to be a boss as BBW, because I'm not just no regular BBW, I'm a boss as BBW. So I want to talk all about that. If you guys see me looking down occasionally, I got a notebook and I wrote some questions, so bear with me. My memory is a little shot. Smoking and stuff like this, so you know, it's a little hard, but I'm sorry. So let's just go ahead and jump right into it. I'm gonna be doing my makeup. I'm not too much gonna explain the makeup because the purpose of this Get Ready with Me is to kind of have a conversation with you all. So if you ever need makeup tips, definitely refer to another one of my videos if you ever need help with makeup. But today, I don't know, I just want to do something with some colors and stuff like that. So let's get into it, babe. So the first question on my list is, what is a BBW? So baby, if you don't already know what a BBW is, exit stage left. You go do your research. Go back home and do some research because, baby girl, I can't help you with that. But if you don't know what a BBW is, then where you been at? A BBW stands for beautiful woman, like myself. So my second question is, what is it like to be a BBW? So what is it like to be a BBW? For me personally, I've always been plus size. Like, I've always been plus size. Like, always. And you know, I've always, if I wasn't plus size, I've always been a little bit bigger. So I've kind of had to deal with this, you know, like my whole life, childhood, growing up. Like, I always been, you know, the heftiest out of my group or my crowd or my friends or my family, whatever that may be. So growing up, being plus size is kind of hard because kids are crucial. Like, kids, honey, kids are mean, okay? Kids are mean. They will talk about you like a dog, and that is the number one thing. Like, treat your first at home, treat your fucking kids to have respect. You know what I'm saying? We not all gonna look the same. We not all gonna do the same things. So first, just treat your kids not to be an asshole and not to be a bully. If they see somebody that is bigger than them, that shouldn't mean, you know, oh, okay, I'm gonna joke with them, I'm gonna mess with them, I'm gonna pick on them because they don't look like me. No, that's not what that means. That means get to know that person. You know what I'm saying? My size doesn't like determine my mindset. Just because I'm a bigger person doesn't mean, like, you know, I'm not a good person, or I'm not somebody that you might want to be your friend. That is not what that means. That just means that, shit, I'm eating a little better at home. That's all that means. That don't mean nothing. So growing up being plus size for me, like, it was kind of hard because everywhere I look, it was always somebody smaller than me. And it wasn't really a problem for me. It was just that, like, kids didn't understand, like, okay, I'm big. It was always, you know, constant joking and bickering. And for me, like, that did a lot to my self-esteem. Like, I didn't, you know, it made me feel like I wasn't pretty or I wasn't good enough because I wasn't, like, small like all the other kids, or I couldn't wear certain things because I was concerned about how I would look or how people would perceive me. And I pretty much took that mindset, I'm gonna be honest, I took that mindset all the way into college, y'all. Like, y'all be probably thinking like I'm just the most confident person you know, but like, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, it took me a minute to get here. Like, I had it was always so many people, you know, joking and playing that really did something to me, and it really stuck with me. So I never used to show my emotion on how it made me feel. I was just like, when people would make little jokes and stuff, I would laugh about it because, you know, shit, you know, it'd be funny. Like, if you can't take no joke on yourself, baby, look, I don't know what to tell you. We live in a crucial ass world where people is mean. You know what I'm saying? So if you can't take a joke if you can't never crack no joke on yourself or accept that, you know, you have flaws or whatever the case may be, you gotta start from, you got some whole lot of other shit you gotta work on. Now, don't get me wrong, there's people out here that love, okay, love, do you hear me? Love plus size women and would get a fucking kidneys up, you feel me, just to get a piece of our time. And then there's people who abuse plus size women. So I feel like by me not really, like, my family, you know, I come from a very loving family, a very loving background. So I always felt loved by my family, but like more so my peers and, you know, stuff like that. I really, you know, I always kind of feel like the outcast because, like I said, I always been bigger. So it was, you know, it was hard for me. Like, up until going to college, I never really showed that, like, I was affected by this, but like, you could tell, you know, you could tell people are uncomfortable. Shit, back then, plus size, like, being a BBW wasn't, you know, that wasn't in, like, this whole wave of being a BBW and, you know, being plus size and glorifying bigger women. Like, this shit just came. Like, it wasn't always like this. Growing up, like, I really, like, I don't know. I feel like I really kind of lost out on a lot of stuff because I was worried about the wrong shit. Like, I was too worried about how people looked at me, whether, like, I worried too much about how people looked at me instead of, like, how they thought of, like, felt about me. Like, yeah, like, I'm a good person, so people like me off my personality. But I was too hooked on, you know, bitch, oh, do they like me because of this or that or like, you know, I don't know. I just feel like I kind of like put the spotlight on my friends to take the spotlight off of me. So in a sense, like, I would like hang with people who were very confident, and, you know, I hung with people who, like, you know, like, I still hung out with popular people, but like I always would hang out with people who like skinnier, smaller. I'm not gonna say prettier, but at that time, like shit, that's how I felt. You know what I'm saying? And my reason for them is I feel like if I hung out with them, like, okay, I wouldn't have no problem, you know, talking to boys and stuff because they was always around. Like it wouldn't, you know what I'm saying? It didn't really have no effect on me. So for a long time, that was my mindset. Like I hung with, you know, the cool kids, and I wanted to be with the cool crowd, and I wanted to be around the girls who, I'm not gonna say like all the boys would flock to, but like, you know. So I didn't have to over try, or you know. So like I said, once I got into college, that's pretty much when I came into my prime, like being away from like everybody you know and coming into a new environment and learning and meeting new people. Like that really opens up your mind, and that really opens up like your eyes to new things. So in college, that's when like a bad bitch started involved. Once I got into college, what kind of pretty much like brought me out of my shell was modeling. The school I was at, they had a performance. It was some type of show, event, something, y'all. It was something. And all I know is these group of models came up on that stage and they performed, and I was like, I was mesmerized, y'all. I was like, bitch, wait, hold up. Who is them hoes and why I don't know? So after that, y'all know I'm around there asking questions. Who is that, y'all? Like, what they do? Where they from? So they like, okay, yo, that's PPMO. They model. They the best model team on campus. Blah blah blah. Chitty bang bang. All this, all that. So I'm like, damn. I want to be them. I want to be them. So I'm like, I want to be them. So after that, they made a little announcement about how they was gonna have tryouts sometime soon, and to follow, I think it was like to follow their Instagram or follow something for some more updates. So y'all know my thirsty ass, I followed them the same day. Girl, look, I ain't finna miss my B. Shit, stop it. So I started following like other people who was on the team, and I kind of like would reach out to them and tell them, you know, like this is something I would be interested. So it was one person that I followed because like I was just like so in love with her, like her fashion sense, her fashion style, like everything, like that shit was just like, that's who the fuck I wanted to be. Like at that time, you know, that's who I'm like, I love her. Like this, you know, this is who I want to be eventually. And I'm gonna give her a shout out because to this day I still love her. So shout out to Miana. Bitch, you was like my hero back then when it came to like me, like pretty much finding myself and all of that. So I had wrote out to her, and I pretty much told her like, you know, like I'm so like, I seen the performance, I love what y'all do, like I want to do it too. And she was like, okay, when we have some tryouts, I'm gonna send you the information so you can slide through. So eventually, finally, they had tryouts, y'all, and she sent me the info. So I went to the first day of the tryouts, and basically they, you know, pretty much you got to meet all the members. They introduced themselves, they kind of let us know who they was, what they do. And the first day we learned foundation moves, and that was pretty much like all the main moves they do, and like all their dancing, and like the rules of the runway, like everything you kind of need to know. So that was the first day in the workshop. We did that, and we was doing like the foundation. So that first day, y'all, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I was ass. Like girl, I was ass garbage. You feel what I'm saying? But like, even though I knew I was bad, I knew that it was something that I was gonna work at. Like, I knew that I wanted this, so I'm like, fuck it. Like, I'ma work for this shit. You know what I'm saying? I'ma get better. So I went home. I took it home. I practiced it. I let that shit razzle dazzle, and I came back, and I was a little bit better the next day. But bitch, I wasn't like Beyonce or nothing like that. So right, the next day I go to tryouts. I met this girl, y'all, which is so cute. She ended up becoming one of my very close friends. Her name is Jasmine, and we both figured out, like, you know, we wanted to do this. So we kind of got close, and we started like practicing together. Like, we was dead serious. Like, you know, we wanted to be on the team. We wanted to model. Like, that's what we wanted to do. So we practiced, and the day of the auditions, like, girl, we nervous. Me and Jasmine both there. I remember, I don't know if it was me or if it was Jasmine, but one of us got real cold feet, and we was just like, we not about to do it. And I don't know if it was her or if it was me, but we had to like have a pep talk with each other, and we was just like, bitch, break out that mentality, like, go to the tryout, at least try. You know what I'm saying? I went to the dance and tryout, and I tried, even though I didn't make the team, like, you know, I still tried. It was something that I wanted to do, and I still tried. So I'm like, okay, fuck it. So the day of the auditions, they tell you, like, they want you to come, you know, dressed in your best gear. And at that time, I told y'all, like, I wasn't, like, I'm not gonna say, like, I didn't dress girly, but, like, I had a very, like, girl, tomboyish type of apparel. Like, I don't know, like I told you, I wore a lot of jeans and like jeggings and like leggings and like yoga pants. Like, it was a very comfortable approach, but like comfortable, cute, relaxed, if that makes sense, yeah. So, you know, I'm like, damn, I need to really, like, you know, step out and put me some shit on. So I promise y'all, if I can find my audition picture and show y'all what the fuck I had on, how the fuck my hair looked, and two, I had just got in tune with the makeup. So I tried to like beat my face, y'all. Like, I was dead fucking serious about this. I was dead fucking serious, okay? So I tried to do my little makeup or whatever. I go to the audition, and in my head, I'm just like, it don't matter if you make the team or don't make the team. The fact that you came out here and you tried, it speaks value. So I went up there, and I'm pretty sure I was a damn fool, but fool or not, I made that motherfucking team. I would like to give a shout out to 3-4 very important people to my growth and development, my journey of turning from a little bitty bitch to a bad bitch. So that would be, first and foremost, Courtney, my sister Pebbles, Tommy, and Oprah. Y'all are the 4 people that pretty much helped the bitch blossom. Like, they pretty much, I'm not gonna say they took me under their wing, but they was the people that really helped me. Like, Courtney was the president my first year, so she helped me a lot. And like, even though it was a modeling team, like, she helped me with like learning like about different hygiene issues, modeling. She pretty much like coached me on getting my walk in order. So it's a modeling team, and pretty much what their type of modeling is, they do like some slight choreo and they do runs. And so though it was a modeling team, a bitch couldn't walk in heels. I couldn't do shit in them fucking heels. And then mind y'all, it wasn't that I just couldn't walk in heels. I couldn't walk in skinny heels. So I would always use them chunky heels. Now I would gag if you show me those, but I couldn't walk in heels at the time. So they pretty much like molded me. Like they like was really on my ass and shit. I really had to be on my own ass, but for a while I was on the team, and it wasn't until like my second year when I really like a bitch showed out. So it was like my second or third year I had joined the e-board, and the e-board is basically like the student council of the team, and we do all like the organizing, and we pretty much do the business side of what the team has to do. So being on the e-board, like, you can't be on the e-board and still be looking dusty. Like, no. They gonna talk about you. Because how you on the e-board and you're not even a good representation of what the team should look like. So how you on the e-board. So being on the e-board, that's what really made me like, oh bitch, I gotta go harder, because I can't have no regular member just showing me up on the 1-2 step. So the show that really like, okay, the first show that really brought a bitch out her bubble was, I think it was like Rep Your Org. It was a Rep Your Org that we did, and our theme was like really rich, high fashion. I would say it was almost like a Yeezy type vibe. But yeah, that was our thing. And that show, like, that was my first big show being on the team. But bitch, that show, like, yeah, some people was like, oh, okay, we see you, Z. Like, we see what type of time you on. But our Afrocentric show. So every year our team has a show, and it basically, it's usually in like February, March during Black History Month, and basically like showcase African history, and you know, we get into our black culture, we do a lot of different things. But that show for me, like, that was the show. Like, your girl had really like, I was like in my bag once it came to this confidence shit, because being on the team, like, it taught me so much. Like, being on the modeling team, I really had to pop into my style. I really couldn't wear the same shit that I was wearing. Like, yeah, my old clothes was cool, but it made me like, it really made me step into my fashion sense, because they would give us PowerPoints and stuff of the attire we would need for our show, and then we would have to go out and pretty much bring whatever the look was to life. And bitch, if you didn't look right, they was gonna let your ass know, like, nah, that don't look right. So that really helped me in my fashion sense, because I'm like, okay, not only do a bitch gotta perform, a bitch gotta look like something. So that helped with that. And then also on show days, it was required that you had to wear some form of makeup. So that's really how I got into makeup, y'all, because it was like I would have these shows and I didn't want to be up there looking crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't want to look crazy. I didn't want nobody looking at me crazy. Shit, I was already worried that they was looking at me because I was fat. And I'm like, fat and your clothing looking ugly and your makeup jacked up. Nah, bitch, I wasn't gonna have that. I just wasn't about to have that. So, pretty much, like, from there, that's what really had me like, okay, bitch, we about to do a whole 360 on the dance. So it made me like want to go harder. Like, I really started focusing on like fashion, and I really started like, it made me really start looking into other plus size models. I would see what other people would wear and what worked for them, and shit, I kinda, from that was just, you know, that's what I was on. So PPMO really like brought me out my fucking shell. Like, that shit had me like on some different time, and like I was just more confident because being on the team, like, it wasn't just me. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't, people wasn't just looking at me and what I was doing. They was looking at what we was doing, and as a whole, as a unit, bitch, we looked good. And bitch, it's not a person on this earth that could say that we did look good. We looked the fuck good. I'm talking about whoever the president was at the time, bitch, they whipped us into shape. Them choreographers, like, bitch, we was in practice. Like, practice used to be hell some days, but like, they was beating our ass in practice, but they was getting us together. So I say this to say, if you are plus size, or even if you're not plus size, if you are somebody that is uncomfortable, like, with yourself, maybe your weight, or you know, it's just something about yourself that you're uncomfortable with, I think the first thing, okay, first off, let me go back. So I gave y'all this story to say I have came up with, I ain't even gonna say a list because I don't know how many things, and I'm not about to count right now, but I have came up with a good algorithm as to how you can build your confidence and pretty much how you can start loving yourself more than you already do, okay? Because that's the key. You want to make sure you love yourself. If you don't love yourself, you really can't be out here expecting nobody else to feel no type of way about you if you don't even feel no type of way about yourself. Okay, see? Now, number one, Z's guide to building your confidence, loving yourself more, really coming into your prime. I would say the first thing is find a hobby. Pinpoint something. What are you good at? What do you like to do? If you can focus on something that you're good at, you put more energy into getting better at this thing than you do hating yourself. Or, you know, my bad, I'm getting a little thirsty. Not hating yourself, but you put more energy into this hobby. You take out less energy into what it is you don't care for about yourself, shall I say. So for me, that hobby was modeling. And as time got along, modeling turned that next hobby into makeup. So my two passions became makeup and modeling. So for you, pretty much just figure out, like, what are you good at? What do you want to do? You know what I'm saying? Find a hobby. Next thing you want to do is, as y'all know, I've been manifesting and I'm on my spiritual journey. So another thing that I feel like will be really good for the ladies is affirmations. Start speaking love into your life and into yourself, okay? Every morning, I want you to wake up and tell yourself that you love yourself. I want you to tell yourself that you're beautiful. And I don't want you to just tell it to yourself, but I want you to do it in a mirror, okay? I want you to do this in this mirror because you need to start seeing yourself as this person that you love and adore. If you always see yourself as this person that you hate, or you know, somebody that you're not comfortable with, how do you expect the next person to see you in that good old juicy light, and you don't even see yourself like this? So an exercise for y'all is, I want y'all to get up in the mirrors. Okay, well, first sit down, write you a list, and maybe if it's not a list, write you a letter, write you a note filled with love, and you tell yourself, I'm beautiful, I love my smile. Instead of thinking of all the negative things you hate about yourself, start looking to the stuff that you love about yourself. So I love my smile, I love my teeth, I love how I carry myself, I love how I dress, I love these things. And start projecting those things into your daily life. So I want y'all to start with affirmations and really just speaking love into your life. Once you are able to do that, babe, you could do anything. Literally, you can do anything. So I want you to speak love into your life, and I want you to just have that mindset that I'm that bitch. I'm that bitch. I don't care what you look like, you know what? Because I'm that bitch. I don't care how much you weigh, you know what? Because I'm that bitch. Start having that I'm that bitch mentality, and I promise you, that shit is going to take you far. Even if that's not how you feel at that time, just get into that mode. You know what I'm saying? Get yourself into that. I'm sorry if I'm looking down, because I'm looking into this mirror where I should. Okay, my bad. I'm so busy talking to y'all that I am losing my whole everything right now, so I'm so sorry. But really, like, get yourself into that mode, so it's like, fuck what everybody else, fuck what the people talking about, okay? Fuck what the people talking about. I'm feeling myself. So really just speak life into yourself, even if the people around you not really, you know, helping you to build your confidence and just helping you to get yourself to that level. Put yourself on your own level. Like, be your own confidence builder. Be your own boost. So after that, next thing is hang around people that look like you and live for people that look like you. And by me saying that is, growing up, like I said, I didn't really have a lot of bigger friends. Like, I always was, like I said, the biggest one out the crew. So maybe I should have looked into having friends, you know, that pretty much look like me. But if you are around people that look like you, it becomes a norm. You know what I'm saying? It's normal. So if I have some friends that look like me, and you know, they're a little bit heftier, we have more things in common. So we have more to talk about, discuss. You know what I'm saying? So the conversations are not going to be awkward, because we, you know what I'm saying, shit, we got the same issues. We got the same thing to be talking about. We worried about the same thing. So if you start hanging around people that look like you and kind of feel how you feel going forward, that's going to make you feel better, because now you got somebody to talk to. You got you got feedback. You know, you can bounce your ideas off of this person, and they're not going to judge you because they look like you. Not even just hang around people that look like you. Hang around people that care for people that look how you look. So you don't want to be with nobody that's smashing bigger people. Like, yeah, you might joke, but that's not funny. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to hang around nobody that every day they get on this social media platform, or they this talking down on people. Oh, you fat and you this and you that. You don't need to be around them type of people. You don't need to be around them type of people. That is not going to help you grow. So get around people that look like you, because they're going to have the same mindset. They know, you know what I'm saying? They're not going to be bashing people and stereotyping and body shaming and shit like that. They going to be trying to uplift you. So hang around people that look like you, but also hang around people that care about the way y'all look and care about making you feel good about the way y'all look, shall I say. Sauce you up. Stop caring about what a motherfucker got to say, because at the end of the day, y'all, we around here thinking that these people don't like us, or you know what I'm saying, we just have this negative mindset that like they don't like us because of X, Y, Z, and these motherfuckers be secretly loving us. You know what I'm saying? People that bully people because of their size, or because this or because of that, they do that shit because they really are self-conscious about something on their own. Okay? So fuck what a hater got to say, bitch. Be big, be beautiful, embrace that shit. Fuck them negative ass people. You know why? Because at the end of the day, it's something about you. It's something about your confidence. It's something about your aura. It's something you get that they're lacking, and they hate it. Okay? They hate that shit. They hate that shit. That shit be within them. So don't let people project their bullshit and they badass energy off onto you, because, bitch, you might be fat, but you could be that bitch. You could be that fat bitch. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, when I first started this, my size don't change who I am. Just because I'm big don't mean that I'm a big ass dummy and I just don't have no like regards for the world and I'm just so out of line. Like, no, I could be big and smart, big and intelligent. Like, your size doesn't affect who you are as a person unless you let that shit. You know what I'm saying? So stop caring about what them people have to say, because people gonna talk. It don't matter if you small, tall, big, you got blue eyes, you got green eyes, you're white, you're light skin. People gonna talk, because that's what the fuck they do. You know what I'm saying? That's what people do. I'm gonna give y'all some sauce right now. I'm gonna give y'all some juice. I'm gonna give y'all a little hint of razzle. If you look good, you feel good. And if you feel good, you look good. So if you need to change something about yourself to make yourself feel better, do that. But do that because this is what you want to do. Not because a motherfucker done came and told you, oh, I think you would look so much better if you did this and that. Or I think you would do so much better if you wore this and that. No, fuck them and fuck what they talking about. Do that shit because that's what you want to do. Me, I'm on my journey. I'm working out. I'm doing this because this is something I wanted to do. I've always wanted to, you know what I'm saying, really get into health and doing more with my health and fitness. So I'm doing this shit for me. Not because no stinking ass motherfucker told me, oh, you would be cute if you was a little bit smaller. People tell me that every day. You know what I tell them motherfuckers? Bitch, fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck your motherfucking suggestions that I obviously don't give a fuck about. Fuck your preference. Fuck what you talking about. If you can't fuck with me at this level, when I get to wherever the fuck I'm going, bitch, you would never. You would never. You would never. Stop letting people disrespect you. Yeah, okay, people could give their suggestions and how they would feel, but if you feel good about yourself, that's all that matters. Okay? So just fuck people. Just build yourself up. Build yourself up. So, ladies, Stop looking for a nigga to, you know what I'm saying, to just be your quicker picker upper or your confidence changer. Like, girl, fuck them. Build your own confidence. Be your own quicker pick up. Be your own burst of life. Be that. And if you could be that for yourself, then yes, you can have whatever you want. That's how I feel. You can't go through your life hating yourself and expecting the world to love you. No, you can't. Girl, you're asking for too much. No, I'm just kidding. So, I really did just want to quickly talk about that because people ask me all the time, like, how did you build your confidence? And, you know, what is it that you do? And do you ever get discouraged? Hell yeah, I get discouraged all the time, but I don't let that show. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't, you know what I'm saying? And when it comes to like being discouraged, I'm not in competition with nobody, okay? Let people live their own life and take their own path. This is your life, this is your path, this is your journey. So stick on that. The only person you should be in competition with is yourself from last year, yourself from 5 days ago, yourself from yesterday. That's the only person you should be competing with, because that's the only thing that matters, is you growing as a person. Not, okay, my friend been in the gym doing whatever she doing, so now I need to get in the gym. No, bitch, do that because that's what you want to do, not because what she doing. Clap for her. Your friend coming to the gym and finally doing something for herself, you don't know that could took her 17,000 years. And here you are, you know what I'm saying, can't be your own damn person. Gotta go do what she doing just because you see her moving up, so you don't want the bitch to pass you up. No, y'all need to stop thinking like that. Y'all need to just move on your own beat and move on your own time, like for real. Sweetie, you would do so much better if you stayed in your own fucking lane. Stay in your own lane and just move on your beat. Move on your own time. When the time is right, you're going to do whatever you need to. Alright, so I just fixed my little hair. I put me in a little curl. But I just wanted to come back and pretty much wrap the video up. I did just want to give y'all, you know, a breath of fresh new air. If you ever are down in the dumps and you just want to build your confidence and build yourself, you know, these are some things that you can do. So definitely save this video to your file, share with your friends, share with your family. If you ever have anybody who is on the fence or they're unsure, you know, they just need a little help, send them my way, because I always love to help the girls. So once you get to that spot where you good in your skin, your confidence is up there, what you need to do now is give back. So I don't really mentor anybody, but if anybody ever needed a mentor, or you just needed a friend to talk to, somebody about your problems, what you're going through, your struggles, talk to me, girl. I like to talk. So talk to me. Why not? You know what I'm saying? I always want to be there for people, because I felt like I really didn't have somebody like me in my corner to really help me and pretty much tell me what to do. So if you need help, definitely don't be hesitant. Reach out, and if I can help you, I will, because that's the type of person I am. So I'm just going to go ahead and wrap this video up. Thank you for coming. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. If you made it this far and you didn't already do so, like my video, subscribe to my channel, send this video to all your friends and family, because I really want to be a support system for y'all. So thank y'all for tuning in. I love y'all, and until next time.